I'm in my room, I just prayed Isha. Now I'm going to sit down and watch YouTube videos for 2 hours. I love this part of the week because I only watch YouTube once per week. I open YouTube, watch 3 full-length videos. One about Deen, one about work ethic, and one about general self-improvement. Now it's time to go to sleep. I dim down the lights, make my list, journal, and then fall asleep. I wake up the next day already figured out what to do from what I learned yesterday. But this wasn't always like this. Like, I still remember the days when it used to take me days to implement. Like, after 2 days, I wouldn't even remember most of the things I would have learned. But then I started doing something that changed my life. Something that changed the growth rate of my life. Something that helped me get ahead of the people who were on self-improvement even before me. And so this is how you take action on what you learn within a day. First of all, how dumb people watch content is that, and I'm pretty sure that you watch content like this as well, is that they don't first of all have any time allotted for it. Like, as I just told you, I have a specific time allotted for watching YouTube videos, for learning. In that time, I just watch YouTube videos. And then secondly, as they're watching YouTube videos, they're just watching. They don't do anything. And then during half of the video, they are thinking about something else. And then when the video ends, they don't even remember what they just learned from the video. Like, yes, they might remember what they learned for a day, but then after 2 days, they won't remember half of the things they learned from that video. And then maximum after a week, they wouldn't even remember anything they learned from that video. And then because they don't remember anything they learned, how can they take action on what they learned? Because they don't even remember what they learned. And so their life remains the same. They don't even improve. They don't even change. And then they wonder that why are they not improving? Why are they not getting better? Even though they are learning, even though they are gaining so much information, their life isn't changing at all. Then secondly, most people watch a lot more than they do. Like, most people know a lot more stuff than they do. Like, if I tell you, name me 20 good habits right now, you will be able to tell me around 40 to 50 good habits that you know about, that you know should be done. But now, tell me, if I ask you, tell me 5 good habits that you do, it's going to be really hard for you to name around 5. Like, you might be able to name 5, but if I were to ask you name 15 different good habits that you do, you wouldn't even be able to name 15, even though you know more than 40 good habits. So this means that you know a lot more than you do. Like, it's better to watch 1 full-length video per week and take action on every single thing in that video than to watch 1 full-length video every single day and not take action on any of the things you learned from that video. And even better thing is to watch 1 full-length video every single day and take action on all the things you learned from that video. And so how do you do this? How do you make sure that you can take action on the things you learned immediately within 24 hours? Well, for this you must understand that our brains are made for generating ideas. They're not really good enough for storing ideas. Like, yes, we can store a lot of information in our brains, but if we want to store a particular piece of information for a long amount of time, we have to recall that piece of information after some time. Like, maybe the first time we learn, we have to recall the next day, then the next time we have to recall after a week, and then after a month. And because you're going to be watching like 1 full-length video, even more than 1 full-length video every single day, it's going to become really hard to recall all the things you just learned from yesterday, and then from the previous day, and then from the previous day. Like, that is not possible. To be honest, that's not possible. Now, equipped with this information, let's say you click on a video titled How to Balance Deen and Dunya. Now, while watching the video, you start writing down notes. The simple way is to retain a lot of information is just write down the things you learn from that video, because that information is now in front of you, so you don't even have to recall that. And now, instead of all of those actionable steps being in a 2D video, 2D person who is on a screen in front of you, now those actionable steps are on a piece of paper that is in front of you in 3D. And so how do you do this? Well, pretty simple. Just take a pen and open your diary, like open your register or diary, whatever you have decided will be your notes, and then on top of the page write down the title of the video, and then start writing down whatever you learn from that video. Like, no need to make it cute, and like no need to make like use 3 different types of markers and stuff, and no, just make it clean enough that your 5-year future self can come back and look at those notes. Just make it just simple enough, and no need to be an idiot and start writing down every single word that person says in the video. No, just write down the major points and write down the action steps, and that's all. And now that you have this information in front of you, this information will act as an external brain of yours, a brain that you can open at any time you want to, go to any page you want to, and look up anything you want to. And you want to know how many external brains do I have? Well, you see all of these? These are all of my notes. And then another thing to keep in mind while writing down those notes is that as you're watching the video and writing down those notes, don't tether that information to you. Like, for example, let's say in that video that person tells you that you should work in the morning. Now you write down that actionable step onto your notes, but you don't really think that, okay, how am I going to implement this? No, we are going to cover that in the next step. Like, yes, you can do this, it's not haram or anything like that. Like, if you want to, you can, it's up to you. But I recommend just focusing on writing down the notes and watching the video. Then you stop watching the video ends, you get up and you pass through the rest of your day, and now it is time to go to sleep. Now, before going to sleep, after making your list, you journal. And during this journal, you tether that information to you. You implement that stuff. And so, if you learn to work in the morning, you think to yourself while journaling, how can I make sure that I can start working as soon as I wake up? Okay, what if from tomorrow I start going to sleep early? Okay, what if from tomorrow I don't like eat the first thing in the morning? What if I wake up early? And what if I do this? What if I like don't use social media or don't use my phone first thing in the morning? And in this way I will have enough time to like work in the morning. Now you're tethering that piece of information to you. Now you're really thinking, okay, how can I implement this stuff? But if you are learning a lot of things every single day, I would recommend tethering some of that information to you while you are learning, while making notes, because you will not be able to like make a lot of information suited to you while just journaling, because we just journal for 10 to maximum 15 minutes, and it's really hard to like tether all of that information to you during those 10 to 15 minutes. And so if you are learning a lot of things, if you are watching a lot of videos every single day, I recommend tethering that information to you while writing down those notes. Like while journaling, you want to make a detailed plan on how to take action on what you learned. Like, yes, the plan will not be perfect. No matter what you try to do, no matter how much information you try to gain on that topic, the plan will never be perfect. Why? Because practice makes a man perfect. No matter what you do, no matter how much information you gain, until you don't go and implement that thing for the first time, your plan will never be perfect. And even after that, your plan will never be perfect, but you will be able to reach near perfection around 90 to 95%. And that's okay, because nothing in this world is purely perfect. And so this means that you make a detailed plan on how to start working as soon as I wake up from tomorrow. But then when you wake up tomorrow and you start working, after like as you're working, thoughts will be coming to your mind, like maybe I should do this at this time. Okay, maybe I should wake up a little bit more early. Okay, maybe I should move this thing a little bit. Okay, this thing really distracted me from working in the morning. Okay, I should do something about this. Now you learning while implementing will make your plan nearly perfect. Now it is going to be much easier for you to implement those things, because you are now being a smart person. First of all, you are writing down what you learned, and then secondly, you are spending time thinking, how can I implement this in my life? And if you like my advice and want to buy my paid program, if you are a male, click the first link. If you are a female, click the second link in the description to join the community where you can buy this program. But the community is still 100% free. And so do good, and I'll see you in Jannah, inshallah.